Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the YouTube channel of PRATHAM Test Prep. My name is Emma Chaudhary, and I welcome you all to the daily newspaper analysis session by PRATHAM Test Prep. So, when we talk about daily newspaper analysis session, what we do in this session is important. We cover the important news from all the major newspaper, and we pick the most important news from that day's important current affairs, right? And we discuss about the 360-degree knowledge related to that particular portion. Now, when we talk about daily newspaper analysis session, so सबसे पहली खबर तो यही that आज अगर हम दिल्ली एनसीआर में देखें बहुत ज़्यादा फॉग है अभी तक का इस विंटर का सबसे ज़्यादा फॉगी मॉर्निंग अगर हम बात करें सो टुडे वाज दैट डे राइट सो इसी के साथ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट दिस न्यूज़पेपर analysis session, we do this session on 5 days a week, which is from Monday to Friday, and the timings are 11:30 a.m. Now, when we talk about the other sessions by Pratham Test Prep, so we are also doing other sessions, and let me just quickly give you the information of those sessions. So first, we are doing the daily newspaper analysis session. Then we also do deep dive session on Tuesday and on Thursday sometimes to pick the most important topic from the news and to have a 360-degree conversation and discussion related to that. Then we do legal darpan, which is important for all the law students, right? जो हम करते हैं 3 दिन Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 3 p.m. Then we do the current affairs samvad to cover the important current affairs of last 2 to 3 days, and we do this on 2 days in a week. That means twice a day, which is on Monday and Friday, and the timings are 8:30 p.m. Then we also have sessions on maths mudda and logical reasoning जो होता है हमारा twice a month, right? And इसमें जब भी ये session होंगे you will get the notification on Pratham Test Prep YouTube channel. So to get the notification, what you need to do is press the bell icon so that you can get the notification of all the upcoming videos. And then we also do on regular basis boost your vocabulary sessions for vocabulary, and ये हम करते हैं 3 दिन Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 8:30 p.m. So when we talk about all these all the sessions, they are really helpful for the entrance preparation at undergraduate level and other entrance and competitive exams also. Now, when we talk about the daily newspaper analysis session, so what we cover in this particular session, so basically किस तरह की न्यूज़ कवर की जाती हैं इसमें आपकी नेशनल न्यूज़ भी हो सकती है if there is any important news. We can cover the international news also. We can also cover the economic news or economic news, then news related to sports, science and technology, then person in news or famous personalities की अगर हम बात करें, then आपका appointments and resignation अगर important है उस पर हमारा डिस्कशन हो सकता है along with the static information related to that. Then important summits and conferences and events, and especially अगर कोई international summit, conference and event and that is being held in India, then that is very important from the examination point of view. इसके अलावा if there is any bills and amendments news, right, वो important हो जाता है, उसको हम cover करते हैं. And last but not the least, the miscellaneous part, any other news related to art, culture, dance form, festivals or any other things. We cover almost all the sectors of the news in our daily newspaper analysis session, but it is not important कि daily सारे sectors cover हो. We cover few sectors in one day and other sectors in another day. So इसी को हम start करते हैं with the beautiful quote of the day, which is, if your voice is high, only few people will hear you, but if your thoughts are high, then many people will listen to you, right? So when we talk about another important thing, we all know that for the preparation of any entrance exam, it is very important to study hard, right? And study smart also. आज के time पे अगर हम बात करें, right? So study hard and study smart, no matter if it seems impossible No matter if it is taking a lot of time, no matter if you have to up all night, just remember that the feeling of success is the best thing in the entire universe, right? So when you do hard work, when you study hard, when you do the hard work for the entrance preparation, then obviously you will get the success. So now when we talk about the first news for the day, for the डेली न्यूज़पेपर एनालिसिस सेशन, सो अगर हम इसकी बात करें, पहली न्यूज़ है हमारी दैट मेसीज अर्जेंटीना is on the top of the world, right? So we all know this, right? The event happened in Losalle Stadium, right? Argentina. And अगर हम मेनली बात करें that the dream come true for Messi, the standout star of this World Cup, right? He scored 2 goals. So अगर हम बात करें इस न्यूज़ की, this is the most important news of the weeks, right? This is the most important news of last 2 days. So इसके बारे में कुछ pointers हमें पता होना चाहिए, जैसे if we talk about Messi, along with Messi, Kylian Mbappe was also the standout star of the Football World Cup, right? So Messi scored 2 and Kylian scored 3 goals to deliver a memorable final, right? You need to remember the name of these two players, right? Then Argentina's 36 years wait was finally over with a 2-2 victory in a shootout after being tied at 3-3 at the end of the extra time. Now you need to remember all these information क्योंकि इस पे आपका क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, हु वॉन अर्जेंटीना, राइट? दूसरा, अभी जो मैंने इससे पहले वाली स्लाइड में बताया कि कौन से स्टेडियम में हुआ, सो लोसाले स्टेडियम, यू नीड टू रिमेंबर दी नेम ऑल्सो, राइट? स्टार प्लेयर कौन थे? स्टार प्लेयर थे मेसी एंड काइलन, राइट? कितने गोल किए? 2. कितने गोल किए? 3. एंड अर्जेंटीना का कितने ईयर्स का वेट खत्म हुआ? 30 years वेट. एंड विक्ट्री जो थी वो थी 2-2 विक्ट्री, बट इट वॉज इन द शूट आउट. इट वॉज इन दी शूट आउट क्योंकि पहले 3-3 का टाई हुआ था, right? Then Argentina took an early lead when Messi scored from the penalty after Angel Di Maria was brought down inside the box. And Di Maria की अगर हम बात करें, they were back in the lineup after playing just 8 minutes in the quarter finals, right? तो ये pointers हैं जो कि आपको याद रखने हैं. These are important from the examination point of view. And then soon added the second goal for the second for the South Americans, as the French defense was nowhere to be found and all seemed lost for Les Blues, right? And then the twist and the turns arrived in a span of just 2.5 minutes, right? When Argentina conceded twice, right? And first from the penalty and then another from the same man. Messi's goal in the extra time, it was again cancelled off by his PSG teammates' hat-trick strike. And the winner was picked after Argentina's keeper Emiliano Martinez saved one penalty and saw another sail wide in the shootout, while Argentine players converted the 4 efforts they took. So 4-2 say Argentina won the match, won the cup, right? So these were the important pointers. इसको आपको थोड़ा और डिटेल में पढ़ना है. Now whenever we do deep dive session, deep dive में हम इस तरह के टॉपिक को और डिटेल में जाके पढ़ते हैं, राइट? आपको बेसिकली इस न्यूज़ से रिलेटेड ये बेसिक पॉइंटर्स तो ज़रूर पता होने चाहिए, ठीक है? नाउ इसके साथ लेट मी जस्ट क्विकली राइट डाउन फ्यू इम्पॉर्टेंट pointers for you, right? Just give me a minute. So when we talk about this, let me just have the space here so that we can write few important things here. Yes. So you need to remember few pointers. For example, that we know that FIFA World Cup 2022, right? It concluded. FIFA World Cup 2022. It concluded and finale में, finals में Argentina beats France on penalties, राइट, ये पॉइंट्स आपको ज़रूर याद होने चाहिए. नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट दिस, राइट, सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट मेसी, इट वाज द थर्ड वर्ल्ड कप ट्रॉफी, राइट, फ्रॉम 6 फाइनल अपीयरेंसेस इन द हिस्ट्री, seeing of France from 4-2 on penalties, 3-3 after extra time to win the biggest prize in men's football at which stadium? The name of the stadium was Lusail Stadium, and Lusail Stadium या कहाँ पे हुई थी? The फुटबॉल वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल्स हेल्ड इन कतर, राइट, रोजाली स्टेडियम. आपको ये याद होना चाहिए. नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट दिस, सो इट हैड वॉन 2 in 1978. सो अगर ये थर्ड विनिंग थी तो फर्स्ट 2 विन्स कब थी? सो फर्स्ट 2 wins of Argentina, one was in 1978, another was in 1986 under Maradona, right? So आपको ये ईयर ज़रूर याद होना चाहिए that this was the थर्ड विन ऑफ अर्जेंटीना. पहले 1978 एंड 1986 में हुई थी, राइट. एंड व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट दिस, द इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट आपको ये याद रखना है दैट दिस ईयर इट वाज द 22nd एडिशन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड कप, राइट. नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द 2026 वर्ल्ड कप, नाउ if we talk about 2026, let me check अगर ये आपको visible है या नहीं, or if it is hiding behind me. If yes, then I'll write it here in the box, right. So if we talk about 2026 वर्ल्ड कप की अगर हम बात करें, फीफा वर्ल्ड कप, इट विल बी हेल्ड अक्रॉस 3 different countries. सो आपसे इससे रिलेटेड भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है. विच different countries? US is there, Canada is there, and Mexico is there, right. These 3 pointers are important, आपको ये याद रखना है. So when we talk about all these pointers, right, आपको ये पता होना चाहिए that when we talk about Golden Boot Award, if we talk about Golden Boot Award in the tournament, ये किसको मिला है? ये मिला है काइलिन ऑफ फ्रांस को, right, with 8 goals, राइट, विद 8 goals. गोल्डन बॉल अवार्ड मिला है मेसी को, राइट, गोल्डन बॉल अवार्ड मिला है मेसी को. ये पॉइंटर्स आपको पता होने चाहिए, एंड दीज आर द इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंटर्स रिलेटेड टू दी, अगर हम बात करें द पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट्स रिलेटेड टू दिस, ठीक है. नाउ when we talk about the another important news, so next news in our list is about the net direct tax revenue, right, which is up to 20% and gross mop-up rises 26% to rupees 13.63 lakh crores. So if we talk about this, so we are talking about the rise in the collection of direct tax which has been increased. So collection of direct tax has been increased to nearly 26%, which is up to 13.63 lakh crores, right. इसको अब थोड़ा डिटेल में डिस्कस करते हैं. Now we are talking about the gross direct tax collection here, and when we talk about gross direct tax collection, it has grown up to 26% to over 13.63 lakh crores. आपको ये डेटा याद होना चाहिए, आपको ये अमाउंट याद होना चाहिए. For far this fiscal aided by TDS deduction and healthy corporate advanced tax mop up. Right now, if we talk about this after adjusting for refunds, the net direct tax collection so far this fiscal stands at 11.35 lakh crore, which is about 80% of the full year's gross budget target, right. And the budget has estimated the gross direct tax collection of around 14.20 lakh crore this financial year, and out of 14.20 lakh crore अभी तक, राइट, अभी दिसंबर भी एंड नहीं हुआ है, अभी तक इट हैज़ बीन ऑलरेडी कलेक्टेड 11.35 lakh crores, right. And when we talk about the tax on corporate and individual income, it mainly makes up for the डायरेक्ट टैक्सेस. तो इसमें हम किसकी बात करें, किस टैक्स कलेक्शन की? वन इज कॉर्पोरेशन टैक्स, और यू कैन से कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स, एंड अनदर इज इनकम टैक्स, और यू कैन से इंडिविजुअल टैक्स, इंडिविजुअल इनकम टैक्स. नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट रिफंड्स, राइट, सो जब हम बात करते हैं टैक्स पेमेंट पे, देर आर फ्यू काइंड ऑफ रिटर्न्स एंड रिफंड्स. सो रिफंड्स वर्थ अबाउट 2.28 lakh crore have been issued till 17 December 2022, and a growth of 68% over the year has been found, right? And the gross collection of 13 lakh 63,649 crore includes corporation tax at 7.25 lakh crore, personal income tax which includes security transaction tax also at 6.35 lakh crore. तो ये टोटल है जिसका सेग्रीगेशन आपको यहाँ दिख रहा है. एंड जो रॉबस्ट टैक्स मॉबअप है, राइट, इट शोज दैट economy rebounded from the pandemic lows with the rise in the earnings in both the companies and individual. That means जो 2020-2021 में हमें फॉल देखने को मिला था in the income of both the companies and the individuals, now we have rebounded from that, and now the earnings have been increased on both the parts, and that is why we are seeing this robust tax mop up, right? And the mop up include the advanced tax collection of 5.21 lakh crore also. And इसका एक और reason ये भी है that people are now more aware and serious about paying their taxes. Now tax deducted at source, which is known as TDS famously, it was of 6.44 lakh crore. And जब हम self assessment tax की बात करते हैं, SAT, self assessment tax, it was of around 1.40 lakh crore. In this news, data is very important. Now when we talk about the advanced tax collection for the first, second and the third quarter of the current fiscal at 5.21 lakh crore, it shows a growth of 12.83%. So इसमें amount याद रखना is important, इसमें growth percentage याद रखना is important. And this includes the CIT of 3.97 lakh crore. It also includes the PIT of 1.3 lakh crore. And according to the Central Board of Direct Taxes, so far this year the net collection from income and corporate tax are at around 11.35 lakh crore, जो आगे पिछली स्लाइड में भी मैंने डिस्कस किया था. सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट दिस, आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछे जा सकते हैं that when we talk about the tax system in India, we know that there are two type of taxes, direct and indirect taxes. So कौन कौन से direct taxes आपको वो याद होने चाहिए. indirect taxes like GST and all आपको याद होना चाहिए. इससे रिलेटेड स्टैटिक इन्फॉर्मेशन याद होनी चाहिए कि कब इम्प्लीमेंट हुआ था. 1 जुलाई 2017 by 122nd amendment bill and amended implemented by 101st amendment act. ये सारे पॉइंटर्स याद होने चाहिए. द नेचर ऑफ इंडियन टैक्स सिस्टम इज प्रोग्रेसिव इन नेचर, सो यू नीड टू रिमेंबर ऑल दीज थिंग्स, राइट. इसी के साथ बढ़ते हैं अपनी अगली न्यूज़ की तरफ, विच इज़ रिलेटेड टू सिटीजनशिप. नाउ when we talk about citizenship, the path of the citizenship, it has to be eased out for 6 minority groups from 3 nations. If you remember the citizenship amendment bill or citizenship amendment act, उसमें यही था that 3 if we talk about 3 countries, Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh, right? So we are talking about 3 nations. Which 3 nations? We are talking about Pakistan, we are talking about Bangladesh and we are talking about Afghanistan. इन तीन नेशंस की जो 6 माइनॉरिटी ग्रुप्स हैं, 6 माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटीज़ हैं, राइट, उनके लिए लाया गया था सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट एक्ट. एंड इनके लिए नाउ द पाथ टू गेट दिस सिटीजनशिप हैज़ बीन ईज्ड आउट. तो आपको याद होना चाहिए कौन सी 6 कम्युनिटीज़ हैं. सो दीज 6 कम्युनिटीज़ फ्रॉम 3 कंट्रीज, पाकिस्तान, बांग्लादेश and Afghanistan, and the minority groups are Hindu, Sikhs, Parsis, Christians, Buddhist and Jains. अगर इन 6 कम्युनिटीज़ में से कोई है फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान, बांग्लादेश एंड अफगानिस्तान, उनके लिए द पाथ ऑफ गेटिंग द सिटीजनशिप इट हैज़ बीन ईज्ड आउट, राइट, इट हैज़ बीन ईज्ड आउट. तो इसके बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए. नाउ इसके लिए देर आर फ्यू पॉइंटर्स दैट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर. तो मैं आपको वो भी लिखवा दूंगी. पहले न्यूज़ क्या है उसकी बात करते हैं. फर्स्ट, न्यूज़ क्या है एग्जैक्टली उसकी बात करेंगे एंड पर्टिकुलरली किसकी बात करेंगे वो भी यहाँ पे देखते हैं. सो वेटिंग इन क्यू, अकॉर्डिंग टू द रिपोर्ट्स देयर आर अराउंड 18,000 रजिस्टर्ड पाकिस्तानी हिंदूज हु अवेट सिटीजनशिप, राइट. सो होम मिनिस्ट्री ने इन्फॉर्म किया है पार्लियामेंट को दैट इन दिसंबर 2021 फ्रॉम 2018 टू 2021 गवर्नमेंट के पास 8,244 सिटीजनशिप एप्लीकेंट्स आई हैं फ्रॉम द माइनॉरिटी ग्रुप्स, जिसमें से ग्रांटेड सिटीजनशिप जिसमें से 3,117 को एप्लीकेंट्स को सिटीजनशिप दे दी गई है. एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू होम मिनिस्ट्रीज एनुअल रिपोर्ट, COVID-19 affected year of 2021 from April to December, as many as 1,414 citizenship certificates were granted to the members of minority communities from Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh. ये तो न्यूज़ है, राइट. सो हम यहाँ पे बात कर रहे हैं, मैं यहाँ पॉइंटर्स लिखूंगी दैट यूनियन गवर्नमेंट इज ऑल सेट टू ईज the system or the process of granting citizenship to the members of 6 minority communities from Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh. कौन से 6 कम्युनिटीज़ आपको अभी मैंने लिखवाया था, राइट, इससे पहले वाली स्लाइड में, दैट कौन से 6 कम्युनिटीज़ है. सो आई एम नॉट राइटिंग इट अगेन. आपको याद होना चाहिए कि हम कौन सी 6 कम्युनिटीज़ की यहाँ पे बात कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. नाउ अगर हम बात करें सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट बिल जो आया था विच टर्न इनटू सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट एक्ट. सो you need to remember that we are talking about Hindu, Sikh, Parsis, Christians, Jains and Buddhist. हमने यही 6 की बात की थी, राइट. सो इसमें पॉइंटर ये है दैट हुज पासपोर्ट एंड वीज़ाज हैव बीन सीड टू बी वैलिड ड्यूरिंग देयर स्टे इन इंडिया. इन पे फोकस किया जाएगा. द होम मिनिस्ट्री इज expected to revamp the citizenship portal to accept the passport and visas with the expired validity so that they can process out the citizenship granting system. And as supporting document to process the citizenship application of these 6 communities जो मैंने already लिख दी हैं, हिंदू, सिख, पारसी, क्रिश्चियन, बुद्धिस्ट एंड जैन, from the 3 countries Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan. So the portal is run by the ministry currently, except the expired passport as supporting document only for those Hindu and Sikh applicants from Pakistan and Afghanistan who entered India before December 31st 2009, right. और अभी ये है कि उसके बाद वालों के लिए भी it will be allowed. Then हिंदू सिंह सोधा जो है, who is the president of Simant Lok Sangathan. You need to remember this name. You need to remember the name of the organization. 360 degree knowledge cover करते हुए they can ask you this question. Which works for the rights of minorities from Pakistan, says even those eligible are also affected. So अगर हम थोड़ा सा याद करें सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट एक्ट को, सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट बिल, या अगर मैं एक्ट की बात करूं, राइट, अगर हम इसकी बात करें, सो यू नीड टू रिमेंबर दैट द अमेंडमेंट प्रपोज टू परमिट, इट वाज प्रपोज टू परमिट द मेंबर्स ऑफ these 6 communities, these 6 minority groups जो आपके लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे आपको दिख रहा है, these 6, right, minority groups from 3 countries. कौन सी 3 countries? From Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh, right. In 3 countries से to continue किस चीज़ के permission? To continue to live in India, to continue to live in India if they entered India before 31st December 2004. If they entered India before 31st December 2014, राइट. एंड इससे हुआ क्या, पहले जो हमारे सिटीजनशिप रूल्स थे उसको देखे तो इट रिड्यूस्ड द रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर द सिटीजनशिप फ्रॉम 11 years to 5 years. सो पहले इंडिया की सिटीजनशिप लेने के लिए इट वॉज इम्पॉर्टेंट टू बी reside here for around 11 years, but now it has been reduced to 5 years, right? So basically ये important था, and two notification were also exempted these migrants from the Passport Act and the Foreigners Act, right? So अगर हम बात करें, a large number of organization in Assam protested against this citizenship amendment bill as it may grant citizenship to the Bangladeshi Hindu illegal migrants. तो उस टाइम पे काफ़ी बड़ा मुद्दा बन गया था. तो आपके लिए एक छोटा सा होमवर्क ये है दैट यू नीड टू लर्न अबाउट द सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट एक्ट 2019 इन डिटेल्स, राइट. ये सब आपको पढ़ना पड़ेगा. नाउ इसके साथ अगर हम देखें आपको और क्या याद रखने की ज़रूरत है, तो बच्चे आपको ये याद रखना है दैट इन द रन अप टू द पब्लिकेशन ऑफ द फाइनल एनआरसी स्टैंड फॉर नेशनल रजिस्टर ऑफ सिटीजन्स, राइट. ये मेनली कहाँ के लिए वर्क कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे हम किस मुद्दे की बात कर रहे हैं, असम की, राइट. सो आपको ये याद होना चाहिए, आपको एनआरसी के बारे में पता होना चाहिए, आपको सीएए के बारे में पता होना चाहिए, सिटीजनशिप को हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कैसे डिफाइन किया जाता है, कौन सी लिस्ट में. सो सिटीजनशिप इज अंडर यूनियन लिस्ट. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट सिटीजनशिप जो है इट इज under union list, right? It is under union list under our constitution. And when we talk about the constitution, it does not define the citizen but gave various details on various categories of a person who are entitled to citizenship, and it is given from which article. So अगर हम citizenship की बात करें, citizenship की बात हम करते हैं from articles 5 to 11. From article 5 to 11, it provided for the citizenship on the commencement of the constitution, right? So आपको ये याद होना चाहिए. And when we talk about citizenship act, पहले आपको 1955 के बारे में पता होना चाहिए, by birth, by registration, by descent, by naturalization, and then आपको citizenship amendment act 2019 के बारे में पता होना चाहिए. And the scenario related to Assam mainly किससे relate करके, एनआरसी. So this is the important pointers that you need to focus while reading about this topic. Now let's move on to the next topic and the next news. So अगर हम next news की बात करें, it is related to pollution, mobility issues which dominate the CMDA public hearing. What is CMDA? So if we talk about CMDA, it stands for Chennai Metropolitan Development Authority. So when we talk about CMDA, you need to understand that CMDA ने संडे को ऑर्गेनाइज की थी एक पब्लिक कंसल्टेशन मेनली फॉर द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ द विजन डॉक्यूमेंट फॉर द थर्ड मास्टर प्लान, जिसमें मेनली हाईलाइटेड टॉपिक वॉज पोल्यूशन. बाकी भी थे बट मेन जो फोकस था दैट वाज ऑन दी पोल्यूशन. और भी देखते हैं. So main pointers, चेन्नई मेट्रोपॉलिटन डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी, राइट. अगर इसकी बात करें which is CMDA, right, it organized public consultation for the preparation of the vision document for the third master plan in the 3 more zones in the northern parts of the Chennai. Which 3 parts? Residents in Tiruvottiur, right, and Madhavaram and Royapuram, right. So ये तीनों areas में किया जाएगा. And it participated in the public consultants. They demanded better urban planning and resolution of the various issues such as reclassification of the Red Hills Reservoir catchment area, public health infrastructure, ट्रांसपोर्ट कनेक्टिविटी इन नॉर्थ चेन्नई. एंड इसी के साथ साथ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट तिरुवत्तियूर जोन वार्ड कमिटी चेयरमैन, जो कि कौन है, ये अगर हम इनकी बात करें तो ये हैं TM Thanyarasu, जिन्होंने कहा that it is important and there is a need to have playgrounds in the area. So they highlighted the need of the playgrounds in the area. Now residents want improvement in the metro rail connectivity, including the link between Vimko Nagar and Madhavaram, right? ये भी important point था. And the main point was also related to pollution, as the area is polluted by the chemical factories. There were demand for a hospital to improve the healthcare and better planning for drinking water supply, as the groundwater too is polluted in that zone because of the factories there. And government should promote sustainable fish processing facilities in the area, as a large number of original inhabitants in the area, they depends on fishing for their livelihood. So ये अगर हम देखें CMDA जो थी उन्होंने ऑर्गेनाइज की थी, जिसमें पार्टिसिपेट किया था 3 जोन्स ने, जिनके कमिटी वार्ड कमिटी चेयरमैन ने पार्टिसिपेट किया था, एंड दे डिमांडेड डिफरेंट डिमांड्स. एंड इसमें अगर हम देखें, जैसे अभी हमने बात की थी यहाँ पे तिरुवत्तियूर जोन की. सो नाउ इफ वी टॉक अबाउट मधावरम जोन, पीपल मेनली पेज फॉर अ sensible urban planning to protect the residents who have built houses and buildings in the Red Hill Reservoir catchment area without affecting the environment and water supply to the city. इसमें 28 गांव ऐसे हैं which are spread over the catchment area, and इसमें most of the area in the zone such as Madhavaram are part of the catchment area. So उसके लिए it is important to have a sensible urban planning. उसी की डिमांड रखी गई थी. And the problem of the movement of heavy vehicle in Madhavaram was flagged at the meeting, which need to be stopped or which need to be controlled. And citizens said that northern zones of the city have been neglected in the urban planning. So it is important to include the northern zones in the urban planning, right? So these were the important pointers related to that news. Now another news. In fresh attack, Russia troops target the heart of Kherson city. So Russian officials ने कहा that Ukraine shelling of Belgorod region killed 1 person and injured 8 people, and Ukraine president uses World Cup final to decree wars hours before the Argentina-France tie. This happened. तो इसके बारे में थोड़ा सा पढ़ते हैं that रशियन मिलिट्री फोर्सेस जो हैं, राइट, संडे को दे शेल्ड दी सेंटर ऑफ Kherson, which is a major city that Russian soldier retreated from the last month in one of the Moscow's biggest battlefield setbacks in the Ukraine, right, जिसमें 3 persons were wounded in the attack majorly, right. So ये न्यूज़ किसने दी है, ये इंफॉर्मेशन, द प्रेसिडेंशियल डेप्यूटी चीफ ऑफ स्टाफ with the name Kirlo Timoshenko, right, and the southern city and its surrounding region have come under frequent attacks since the Russian pullback. बार बार अटैक्स होने की वजह से इट इज़ इन द न्यूज़ कॉन्टिन्यूसली. एंड जो वहाँ के रीजनल गवर्नर हैं यारोस्लेव, राइट, इनकी अगर हम बात करें तो इन्होंने कहा है दैट रशिया had carried out around 54 attacks with rocket, mortar, tank fire over the previous days, which killed 3 people and injured so many people. So अगर हम रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर की बात करें या रशिया यूक्रेन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट की बात करें, ये ऑन गोइंग है. सो ये इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक भी बना रहेगा. वहीं पे व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट रशिया, द गवर्नर ऑफ द बेलगोरोड रीजन, राइट, जिनका नाम है ग्लाडकोव, उन्होंने कहा दैट 1 person was killed and 8 wounded in Ukrainian shelling of the region which lies on the northern border of Ukraine. So अगर हम लेटेस्ट फेज ऑफ वॉर की बात करें तो रशिया बिगेन इट नियरली 10 months ago, and Moscow's forces जो हैं they have been heavily targeting the infrastructure serving civilians such as water and electricity supply lines, which compounding the Iranian suffering as winter set in. So अगर हम बात करें यूक्रेनियन प्रेसिडेंट की ज़ेलेंस्की की, सो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, आपको इनका नाम ज़रूर याद होना चाहिए. ही यूज द फाइनल ऑफ सॉकर वर्ल्ड कप टू डिक्री द वॉर, राइट. एंड अगर हम वर्ल्ड कप की बात करें, सो वर्ल्ड कप जो है इट प्रूव्ड टाइम एंड अगेन दैट डिफरेंट कंट्रीज and different nationalities can decide who is strongest in fair play but not in the playing with fire. on the green playing grounds, not on the red battlefield. This was the statement given by Zelensky, and Zelensky also said that ये इन्होंने कहा राइट इन एन इंग्लिश वीडियो स्टेटमेंट, जो कि फाइनल जो हुआ था बिटवीन अर्जेंटीना एंड फ्रांस का इन कतर, राइट, उससे जस्ट पहले रिलीज हुआ था. एंड रशिया में जो डिफेंस मिनिस्टर है सर्जी शोगी, राइट, सर्जी शोगू की अगर हम बात करें, ही इंस्पेक्टेड दैट troops who were involved in what Moscow calls its special military operation in Ukraine. So Shogi ने कहा that it made a working trip to the southern military district, and when we talk about Shogu, who spoke with the servicemen on the front line and listened to the reports from the military officer as at a command force. So again, when we talk about Russia, Ukraine, right, it is a hot topic, important from the examination point of view. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं, देखते हैं अपनी अगली न्यूज़. So Thai Navy searches for 31 sailors after the vessel sink. So HTMS Sukhothai was commissioned in the year 1987. So यहाँ पे we are talking about HTMS Sukhothai, which was commissioned. It was commissioned in the year 1987. It was built in which country? It was built in United States. By whom? By now defunct, which means now it is not functional, by the boat building company named Tacoma Boat Building Company. राइट, तो ये पॉइंटर्स आपको याद रखना ज़रूरी है, बिकॉज दिस वेसल हैव बीन सिंक्ड आफ्टर विच द थाई नेवी सर्च फॉर 31 सेलर्स. राइट, सो इसके कुछ पॉइंटर्स आपको पता होने चाहिए, जैसे मिलिट्री फ्रिगेट्स एंड हेलीकॉप्टर्स वर सर्चिंग फॉर 31 sailors after a naval vessel sank with dozens of others having been hauled from the choppy water. And the name of the ship, अगर हम बात करें, the name is HTMS Sukhothai. Right, HTMS Sukhothai, which capsized late on Sunday night as it was patrolling at the Gulf of Thailand, about 37 kilometers of the nation's southeastern coast. Some sailors survived by jumping into a life raft at night. Right, it was shared according to the image shared by the Royal Thai Navy, which said 75 people had been rescued. Right, 31 sailors were still missing, right, on till Monday afternoon, and according to the Navy spokesperson Admiral Pankrongs, right, उनके according 31 sailors were still missing, and the search and the rescue operation, it involves 2 Seahawk helicopters, right, 2 frigates and amphibious ships, right, and a statement from the Royal Thai Air Force said that they all are assisting in the operation. So Prime Minister की अगर हम बात करें, the name is Prayut Chan-o-cha, आपको नाम ज़रूर याद होना चाहिए. He said that the cause of the incident was being investigated, and he also said that he is closely following the news, जिसमें कि 5 people are seriously injured. Now, last news for today's newspaper analysis session, that startups which they boost source segregation of waste with incentive to public. So अगर हम range of startups की बात करें, they are bringing about a change in the people's attitude toward the solid waste disposal by paying for dry waste and e-waste that they can collect directly from the doorstep of the household across the country. So it is helping in the solid waste management. And when we talk about waste management, we all know that it is a hot topic. And इसकी अगर बात करें, चेन्नई has a range of private companies जो कि unique solution offer करते हैं in different countries for the solid waste management. Right, so it was launched in Chennai in August 2020 with 100 households. Bintix की यहाँ पे हम बात कर रहे हैं, right? So Bintix was launched in August 2020 in Chennai. It now caters more to 2,000 plus households, and it collects from the households around 8,500 kgs every month, which is a number that is steadily rising. So Bintix की बात करें, Bintix distributes bag to households with the calculation of 1 bag per week, and collection is every Thursday. So it has been scheduled, and every bag has a barcode that ensure traceability of the waste, but it also allowed Bintix to contact households that have not provided the pure dry waste. Now, यूजर्स की अगर हम बात करें, दे आर गिवन इंडिविजुअलाइज डैशबोर्ड दैट अलाउ देम टू कलेक्ट पेमेंट फॉर देयर वेस्ट, एंड द डैशबोर्ड कन्वेज इको स्टैट्स which help householders understand their impact on the environment in terms of saving the trees and the fuels. And at a waste processing facility, right, which is in Gerukambakam, right, waste is segregated and compacted, which then being resold. So अगर हम founder की बात करें, the name of the founder is Jay Narayan कुलातिंगल. सो ये कहते हैं दैट बेसिकली 90 टन्स ऑफ वेस्ट जो है वो हर साल ये लोग मैनेज करते हैं, दैट वुड हैव अदरवाइज ended in a landfill अगर वो ये नहीं करते तो. And the goal of this company is to use technology to bring social and environmental impact in handling the solid waste. राइट. सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज ई वेस्ट कलेक्शन. सो ई वेस्ट कलेक्शन की बात करें, जब लोगेश सेल्वन फाउंडेड अनस्क्रैप, नाउ दिस इज अनदर कंपनी जिसके फाउंडर का नेम है लोगेश सेल्वन. ये एक वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट स्टार्टअप है. तो इन्होंने स्टार्ट किया था पेपर कलेक्ट करना, प्लास्टिक्स कलेक्ट करना, मेनली फ्रॉम द कमर्शियल सेटअप्स, but 6 months ago, and in the past 3 months they have collected 50 tons from 10,000 houses. So unscrap जो है, it receives order via their app, calls, website and word of the mouth. So ये हर तरह से काम कर रहे हैं. They have a detailed price list for appliances. For example, a top load washing machine is 600 and a 2.5 ton AC is 4,000. यहाँ पे हम सॉलिड वेस्ट की बात करें, नॉट इन वर्किंग कंडीशन. सो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है आपके लिए, जितनी भी ई वेस्ट कंपनीज हैं आपको उनकी नॉलेज होनी चाहिए, स्पेशली फर्स्ट एंड रीसेंट, इनके बारे में आपको ज़रूर पता होना चाहिए. एंड जब हम कोविड-19 की बात करें, देयर वाज एंजाइटी अमंग दी public on how to dispose their waste. So, and at that time Unscrap offer a solution to their e-waste. The collected waste is taken to a facility near Manali and then resold to recyclers. Then we have cigarette butts, right, wasted 360 solution. So इसका अगर हम बात करें, wasted 360 solution, it was founded in 2018, focused on zero value dry waste that would end up landfills, but now has a collection center in T Nagar. Anra, its founder, has done extensive research on finding a solution to the highly toxic cigarette butts, right? So जैसा मैंने कहा आपको, कंपनीज, उनके फाउंडर्स एंड उनका मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव या जो फोकस एरिया है उसके बारे में पढ़ना पड़ेगा, राइट. एंड नाउ प्लेसिंग रिसेप्टेबल्स इन बार्स एंड रेस्टोरेंट, दे इंश्योर गुड कलेक्शन. एंड इसी के लिए अगर हम बात करें, दैट इट वाज डिजाइंड बाय कोएग्जिस्ट आर्किटेक्चरल प्रैक्टिसेस. द फर्स्ट रिसेप्टेबल वाज इंस्टॉल्ड इन बैराक्यूडा ब्रू इन चेन्नई इन द ईयर 2020. कोड एफर्ट की बात करें, विच इज इन नोएडा, इट इज स्पेशलाइज्ड इन रिसाइकलिंग cigarette butts, but a large weight of butt is required. There are plenty of butts which need sponsors to build the receptors. So आप देख सकते हैं, in these 4 to 5 slides we talked about different companies, like we talk about Bitnix, right. Bitnix के साथ साथ we also talked about Unscrap के अलावा we talked about the waste 360 degree solution. Then we talked about Anra, right. So and इसी के साथ साथ we talk about Barracuda Brew, and then we talk about Cod Effort. So we talked about so many things here. and इसी के साथ आज का हमारा ये न्यूज़पेपर एनालिसिस सेशन होता है ख़त्म. इफ़ यू लाइक दिस सेशन, व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज़ यू नीड टू like the video, subscribe the channel, share the video with your friends, right, so that they can also get the proper analysis of the daily news from the important newspaper. And to get notification of all the upcoming videos, you need to press the bell icon. Thank you for watching. Bye everyone. Bye bye. Take care. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you for watching.